TikTok ban bill just passed in the House, but that doesn't mean TikTok is banned. Yet. Here's what's gonna happen next. Now that the bill has passed through the House, it's gonna go to the Senate where it'll be discussed and then voted on. If it passes the Senate, then it'll be sent to the president to finally sign into law. Now, President Biden has said he's gonna sign the bill if it gets to his desk, even though he literally has his own TikTok account. So basically, all that stands between TikTok getting banned is the Senate vote. There are 100 senators in the Senate, 2 for each state, and all they need is a simple majority to pass the bill. So if 51 senators vote yes to banning TikTok, then TikTok has 6 months to either sell to an American buyer or it gets banned. Now,
In this round, here's Quanell X.
So, Charles, last week the United States Congress passed a law to ban TikTok if they don't sell to an American company, American buyer, within 6 months. TikTok is owned by the Chinese government. That was discovered. And TikTok in China is regulated far more restrictively than it is in America. The Chinese government does not allow elementary school children or children up to the age of 17 to even be on TikTok in China. But yet the Chinese company that owns TikTok wants every American child to have access to TikTok. And our intelligence agencies have discovered, whether it's true or not, but they have discovered, they say, where Chinese government is spying on American citizens and gaining access to intelligence information based on the TikTok users who are American citizens in this country. And so the government says they're doing this to try to stop the Chinese government from spying on American citizens. But I also believe, Charles, that many in the government don't like the power of social media, that many in the government don't like that a lot of lies have been exposed and a lot of truth has been told through social media. But I believe it's been the gift and the curse, social media.
Well, so what, do you want to see it to be banned or not? I mean, this is an argument
It needs to be regulated in America, yes. And we have to look at the owners of TikTok, like the Chinese government, who has real restrictions to keep their children protected from the dangers of social media like TikTok.
Okay, firstly, it's not the Chinese government that owns TikTok, and their CEO, I think, is based in Singapore. But there are some concerns, right? There are some concerns.
And a former intelligence officer of the Chinese government.
There are some concerns. No, he's not.
No, the CIA says he's a former intelligence officer of the Chinese government.
The concerns are, there are allegations that the AI, the algorithm, has been designed to brainwash young Americans into anti-Americanism and a number of things. But when you compare us to China, China is a communist authoritarian regime where there are no freedoms, right? We are free. We're free to consume information. We're free to do a lot of things that would never be considered. We expect parents to do their damn jobs. I know you don't, but we do as a country, right? And we should do it more. This nonsense nanny state that you're advocating for would have grave economic consequences to American businesses doing business abroad. Well, if America can force TikTok to be sold, why can't China force Apple's interests in China to be sold?
This is true.
Why can't China force any number of significant business organizations, because we have outsourced everything in this country. We don't build anything here. We build it in China, Vietnam, and Mexico. We don't manufacture anything here. We manufacture in China, Vietnam, and Mexico. We don't do hardly a damn thing in this country. So how on earth are we going to tell another country they can't own anything here?
I believe that
it's a horrible idea, and it's the government intruding itself when instead
it's
we
because
should be
the American government
to do their damn
does
job.
not want the Chinese government to influence the thinking, as you said earlier, of young American citizens in this country.
Well, maybe we should educate our kids better.
Because the government of this country believes there's an upcoming war is coming. They believe the war machine in America.
China cannot afford a war with America.
The war machine in America wants war with China.
China does not have the military might or the economics.
I disagree with you on that one.
America, and the problem is that America is not taking a hard enough line to.
Does China have nuclear weapons?
To protect? Yes, they do. But to
and she has a stronger navy than America.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They have more soldiers in China ready to fight and die than we have in America.
What we are not doing is taking a hard enough tack with the Chinese in the South China Sea. We are not, as a country, pushing back hard enough against the brainwashing of all these social media platforms that they have on our children. And parents aren't doing enough. But we're also not doing enough as a nation to go back to the single income, two-parent household. In fact, we're trying to tear that down at all turns, right? And we need to get back to the best thing for children. And I'm not saying it has to be the man or the woman, but we need a parent that their job is focused on raising the kids.
What do you mean when you say that you ain't got to be a man or a woman?
Well, it could be a stay-at-home dad or it could be a stay-at-home mom.
But you do support the mother, father, two-party household.
Oh, well, I support a two-parent household.
I support the mother and father, two-party household.
I know you're a homophobe. I get it.
Wait a minute.
We don't have to inject your
we didn't say
homophobia and
that.
bigotry
I
into
said
every
I support a
conversation.
two-party household.
Okay. Two-parent
Let
household.
that beautiful woman and handsome man
I know.
raise them beautiful children.
I know, Quanell, you hate the gays, but we're talking
never
about
said
TikTok,
that.
right? Yes, you
That's
have.
not who I am.
Yes, yeah. Well, no, it's hate the sin, love the sinner, but
That's
anyway,
what the Bible teaches.
I know. The Bible.
But you don't like that Bible.
The Bible and the Quran,
You don't like that
the
Bible.
Quran, they're always very
You
convenient.
don't. You hate the Quran,
always
and you don't like the
convenient
Bible.
for you to trot out to misdirect. But the truth is, our government doesn't need to be invading unless there's true evidence of the clandestine intelligence services of China taking information and using it to the detriment of this country. Our government doesn't need to be
Charles,
taking over corporations, big corporations.
I believe
and forcing them
China
to sell
may
to American
invade
companies,
Taiwan
period.
before the upcoming election in America.
And if China invades Taiwan, then we should protect Taiwan with all of our energies. But we don't need
But Biden backed away from that.
Here's the thing.
Biden said he would publicly, then he turned around the same day and said, no, I didn't mean
wait,
that.
you mean Biden lies? Because he's been lying in Congress since the early 70s when he was a stupid little kid and got
TikTok
elected.
has to be better regulated.
Everything should be better regulated in your opinion, but we should have freedom.
Because
So
a
we don't-
government that hates this country
parents should
and is
do a
preparing
better
for
job
war with
regulating
America
their damn
owns
kids.
the app and the social media app that our children are all entertained by.
All right.